Millions in Syria and Iraq are facing water shortages as the region's longest river, the Euphrates, dries up.
Golden mountains showed up after the Euphrates River finally dried up. The Euphrates River, once a lifeline, has transformed into a barren wasteland. But what emerged in its wake is truly extraordinary. Golden Mountains, a mesmerizing sight beyond imagination. Witness the surreal transformation as ancient secrets lay exposed beneath the sun-drenched landscape. This remarkable phenomenon has captivated explorers and treasure hunters, drawing them to the river's depths in search of untold riches. Yet, amidst the allure of gold, a powerful lesson is learned. That true wealth lies not in material possessions, but in the bonds we forge and the experiences we cherish. Delve into the enigma of the Euphrates River's Golden Mountains and discover a world where nature's wonders intertwine with human tales. The majestic Euphrates River, which has flowed through Western Asia for centuries, has experienced a stunning metamorphosis. It was once a symbol of life and vitality, but it has now undergone a drastic transformation, unveiling a sight of extraordinary beauty and intrigue. The huge river, which stretches over 1,700 miles and is the longest in Western Asia, has finally dried up, revealing a stunning phenomenon: golden mountains. What was once a thriving river overflowing with life and history has turned into a barren wasteland studded with breathtaking displays of gold as far as the eye can see. The scene is nothing short of hypnotic, attracting everyone who sees it. The fascination of the Golden Mountains has brought explorers, environmental enthusiasts, and treasure hunters to this newly discovered wonder. The discovery of these golden mountains opens up a world of secrets and hidden stories. It is a monument to nature's enormous force and resilience, reminding us of its potential to change and reshape the world we live in. The Golden Mountains are a wonderful witness to the ebb and flow of time, a visual reflection of our planet's ever-changing face. However, as we marvel at this magnificent spectacle, we must consider the underlying ramifications of the Euphrates River's draining. The loss of such a vital water source has far-reaching implications for the ecosystem, wildlife, and the communities that have relied on it for millennia. It emphasizes the critical importance of sustainable water management techniques and international cooperation in order to maintain and preserve our planet's valuable resources. The Golden Mountains are a sad reminder of the fragile balance that exists between human life and the natural world. They invite us to reflect on the fragility of our ecosystems and the value of responsible stewardship. Let this incredible event motivate us to strive for a future in which nature's wonders are preserved, ensuring the continued beauty and vitality of our planet for future generations. Hadith related from Abu Hurairah radhiyallahu anhu that the Messenger of Allah, the peace and supplication of Allah be upon him, said that one of the indicators of the end of the world is the drying up of the Euphrates River and the emergence of a golden mountain from the river. The end of the world will not come until Al-Furat is parched, resulting in the formation of a mountain of gold. In the struggle for it, humans will kill one another. Those who fought over it resulted in the deaths of 99 out of every 100 persons. Every one of them expressed their hope that they would be the ones to survive. According to this Hadith, the disappearance of the Euphrates River and the appearance of a golden mountain are both portents of the imminent arrival of the end of the world. In point of fact, the amount of water that is being carried downstream by the Euphrates River is getting lower with each passing day. In the 7 years beginning in 2003, researchers discovered that the river basins of the Tigris and Euphrates in various parts of Turkey, Syria, Iraq, and Iran lost a total of 117 million acre-feet of fresh water. On the other hand, a mountain made of gold suddenly materialized in Congo in February of last year. Because of this, many Muslims are led to believe that the two events should be interpreted as a sign that the world would soon come to an end. Does the Euphrates have any history of gold? Throughout the entirety of human history, one of the metals with the highest level of demand has been gold. Civilizations have been known to go to considerable lengths in order to acquire it due to the fact that they have placed a high value on its aesthetic qualities, uniqueness, and adaptability. The Euphrates River, which is considered to be one of the most significant waterways in the world, has been the topic of several myths and stories, and there have been assertions that the river is home to enormous quantities of gold. The Euphrates River has a history that dates back thousands of years, and it has been an essential supply of water for many different civilizations, including the ancient Sumerians, Babylonians, and Assyrians. In both the Bible and the Quran, where it is associated with predictions and spiritual importance, it is referenced as well. There is a school of thought that suggests the Euphrates River may be home to major gold reserves. There have been stories in the past of small-scale gold mining activities along the river, and some treasure hunters have even claimed to have discovered considerable amounts of gold in the riverbed. These accounts and claims date back to the past. On the other hand, these assertions have not been verified, and there's no conclusive proof to suggest that the river contains appreciable quantities of gold. Despite this, many people's imaginations have been captivated by the concept that there is gold in the Euphrates, and it continues to be the topic of myth and discussion. In this video, we'll discuss the history and significance of the Euphrates River, as well as the numerous claims and prophecies around the possibility of gold deposits in the river. What does the Bible say about the prophecy of the Euphrates River concerning gold? In the Bible, the Euphrates is mentioned a few times, and there are prophecies that talk of it in connection to gold. The book of Revelation, which is the final book of the New Testament, contains one of the prophecies that has gained the most notoriety over the years. The book of Revelation, chapter 9, verses 13 through 21, contains a prophecy that at the end times, an army consisting of 200 million people will emerge from the Euphrates River. This army, which is claimed to be led by 4 angels, is said to be responsible for the annihilation of 1/3 of the inhabitants of the earth. In reference to the destruction of Babylon, the Euphrates River is also mentioned in Revelation chapter 18, verses 11 through 19. This text refers to the tremendous richness of Babylon, which is characterized as a city of gold, silver, and precious stones. The city is also mentioned in the context of the chapter. According to the passage, the loss of Babylon's wealth and treasures, which the passage specifies, include gold and precious stones, and it will cause the merchants of the world to mourn the city's destruction. Although these predictions do not indicate unequivocally that the Euphrates River contains gold, they do imply that the river is in some way connected to prosperity and riches. Some people have taken these predictions to be evidence that the Euphrates River may contain significant reserves of gold. As a result, this has given rise to the conjecture and myth of the prospect of discovering gold in the river. There are other references to the Euphrates River in the Quran, but no particular prophecy that speaks of gold being found in the river can be found in this holy book. There is a story that can be found in Surah Al-Kahf, which is the 18th chapter of the Quran. In this chapter, 2 men find a treasure that has been concealed in a cave. Although the treasure is said to be a wealth whose keys would have burdened a body of strong men, neither gold nor the treasure's precise location is mentioned anywhere in the verse. Even though there are verses in the Quran that talk of the prosperity and blessings linked with the Euphrates River, gold's not specifically mentioned in any of these verses. The verse, "made rivers flow in it, and placed in it mountains as sustenance for you," can be found in Surah Ar-Ra'd, which is the 13th chapter of the Quran. This verse number 20 indicates that the river has been blessed with resources that can be used to sustain life. To summarize, there is not a single verse in the Quran that makes a direct reference to gold being found in the Euphrates River. The river is mentioned in the Quran regarding wealth and blessings. However, these references do not provide any evidence that the river contains major gold reserves, and this is similar to the situation in the Bible. Has there ever been a search for gold in the Euphrates River that was successful? In the past, there have been some reports of people conducting small-scale gold mining activities in the Euphrates. However, there's no evidence to suggest that the river has major gold reserves. There were gold mines in the area around the Euphrates River in ancient times, according to historical documents, and some of the gold that was used to make the famous treasures of the Assyrian and Babylonian empires may have originated from these mines. On the other hand, it is speculated that these mines do not have a direct connection to the river itself. There have been rumors in modern times of small-scale gold mining operations taking place in the Euphrates, specifically in the eastern portion of Syria. In these operations, local villagers collect gold from the riverbed with straightforward implements, and the amount of gold that is recovered from these operations is typically rather low. Because the gold that is extracted is more likely to be the product of the natural erosion of gold-bearing rocks in the surrounding area, rather than a huge deposit of gold in the river itself, it is important to highlight that these small-scale activities are not evidence of significant gold deposits in the river. It is important to note because it is important to note these small-scale operations are not evidence of significant gold deposits. In addition, these operations may have unfavorable effects on the environment as well as on society, as they may result in pollution and conflict between various groups of people. In conclusion, there have been accounts in the past of people engaging in gold mining on a limited scale in the Euphrates River. Nevertheless, there's no proof that the river has major gold reserves. Will the destruction of the Euphrates River lead to the discovery of more gold? It is highly improbable that the drying out of the Euphrates would result in the discovery of major new gold reserves. The drying up of a river can disclose places that were once submerged in water. These areas have been previously concealed gold reserves that are now exposed due to the river's drying up. Despite this, there's no guarantee that major new gold resources can be found as a result of these discoveries. The location of gold deposits is controlled by a complicated collection of characteristics such as the presence of particular minerals, temperatures, and pressure. Gold deposits are often located in regions where there has been geological activity such as the movement of tectonic plates or volcanic activity. It is possible that the Euphrates River once carried modest quantities of gold deposits downstream. However, due to the comparatively low levels of erosion and sedimentation in the area, it's highly improbable that major deposits ever accumulated in the riverbed. Therefore, any gold that may be present in the riverbed is likely to be at modest amounts, and the drying up of the river is not anticipated to expose significant new deposits of gold in the surrounding area. Due to the fact that the Euphrates River is an essential supply of water and a means of subsistence for millions of people in the area, it's essential to stress that the drying up of the river would have considerable adverse effects on the environment, as well as on social and economic conditions. Any attempt to extract gold from the riverbed is likely to have unfavorable effects, not just on the environment, but also on the community, and the endeavor must be undertaken with extreme prudence and sensitivity. That's all for today's video, but we'll be right back with more soon. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.